Another wonderful performance that Matt and I did while at Whitworth was the Lord of the Rings Truncated. What we did was we got the extended version of the Lord of the Rings. We're talking like 10 to 13 hours all put together. Huge amount of content. And what we did was we cut it up and we performed it in fast motion. Now you may be thinking, okay, that would be really, really overwhelming to see that much content crammed into 12 minutes of time. It was so cool. We performed it in the hub, so students were always coming in and out. And by the end of the performance, there was a huge crowd of people looking at us and clapping and yelling and laughing, because this is when The Lord of the Rings was first debuted in theaters, so everybody was familiar with it. We had dressed up in one piece, neutral sort of mechanic outfits, and we had knee pads on. And the reason for the knee pads was that so we could throw ourselves down onto the ground and talk like hobbits and be at the same height as hobbits. And the hobbits, of course, were in these excruciatingly high-pitched voices that were just so obnoxious. And we just overplayed all of the characters. You shall not pass! And then Matt would thrust this mimed staff into the ground, and we would both act as if we were shuddering, and then I would be the Belrog. And then I would fake like I was falling through the air, and then we would float around each other in slow motion doing this battle scene as if it was Gandalf fighting the Belrog in midair. Things like that. It was so cool. One of my favorite moments in this performance was, do you remember that part in The Lord of the Rings when Legolas, he does this really cartoony thing where he climbs up onto this cave troll and he shoots arrows into its head, and that kind of ultimately kills the troll. Well, I was the troll, and I kind of backed up towards this couch, and Matt was no, not the Hobbit. He was Legolas. Jumped up onto the couch, jumped up onto my shoulders, sort of pinched my torso with his legs, and with both arms free, he mimed as if he was shooting arrows into my head. And then we both did this dramatic slow motion falling, like boom. This was the Lord of the Rings Truncated. It was so cool. Oh boy, wow. So yeah, that was one of the many, not necessarily pranks, but it was unanticipated. No one knew about it. We put a lot of effort into it. It was entertaining. It was funny. It was unique. So it was sort of up there with how you would kind of define a prank, but it wasn't like mean per se. It didn't hurt anybody's feelings. Those were our other pranks.